You are tuned into the new Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon at bringingdowntheband.com and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, and Indie CD and Vinyl. Support the new Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
Episode 140 of the new Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7. I was blessed to drop a remix project with Lonegevity called Neighborhood Nip. It's pretty fucking amazing. To my immediate right, we're in the Mr. Cooper warm-up.
That's a great reference.
Jay Moore, how you doing, sir? I ain't gonna even call you. We passed that. You've grown and matured. Jay Moore's in the building. How are you, sir?
Doing well. Just happy to be sitting in once again and ready
Head
to talk.
of the table, too.
Ready to talk that good shit.
You got the pants to go with that top?
No, I don't.
No, you don't have the breakaways?
No, I'm not that committed.
He's got that 𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏 joint.
Yeah, this is that era.
Just take me back to Mr. Cooper, man. Great show. You know what I'm saying? Great show. Shout out to
you
Holly
say
Robinson
so.
Pete. Kid don't know about that. He's 19. In front of me, directly in front of me, Lonegevity. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. People on some fuck shit.
Man,
But yeah, I'm
it's
okay.
bad out here, man.
Spicy.
A lot of negativity.
But yeah, I'm all right. I'm doing all right.
Good.
Dropped the project today, you know.
It's pretty good, man. Shout out to everybody that shared it, asked about it, requested it,
For sure.
whatever. We appreciate y'all. I'm sure we, matter of fact, you can go to Bring Down the Band's YouTube page. We got that thing up there for you.
Yeah,
Do that
boy.
Cosby Kids. Remember when everybody was hyped? I think this was Bill's move.
What you know about that, man?
I think maybe it's the weather. It's hot. you
Maybe
know?
that's what it
Maybe.
is. It's been extremely hot. I agree.
Maybe.
So it's drawing all the salt out of people's bodies.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Getting an imbalance going.
Yeah,
and
that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Shit's
so,
fucked.
all right. They're just salty on the outside as opposed to the inside like they are usually.
I like what you did there.
Some sort of candy.
Pillars of salt.
Across
Don't look
the
back at it.
across the table, as always, fresh to death, DJ Jay Diff. How are you, sir?
Salutations. I'm good, man.
Good, man. Stay away from
Yeah.
that negativity, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
out
cool
here.
on all the negativity and
Yeah.
just whack energy. I don't understand
Miserable
it.
people, perhaps. I don't know.
I don't know what it is, man. What is it, man?
It might be the weather, man.
I don't know.
To my left,
What is it, Vlad?
Vlad? Shout out to you, guys. To my left, the incomparable DJ Spoolz.
Hello, Michael.
How are you, sir?
I'm actually, you know what?
Huh?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Unfortunately, for my friends, obviously I don't like to hear that they're not doing well.
Right.
You know, that bothers me. What hurts them hurts me.
I feel you.
I think everybody's doing okay.
But
Just irritated.
Yeah, I'm good.
That
but
makes sure.
aside from their irritation, like I feel good. I started a new job today.
Okay, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations.
And so far so good. Day one in the books.
That's what's
I
up.
like
Bada
it.
boom, bada bing.
Bada boom, bada bing. And as always, in the giggling, real schoolgirlish.
He actually has your shirt on.
He
and
does,
you
and
gonna
I
call him
appreciate
out
it.
like that.
I mean, he giggling though. Red August is in the building doing what he
He
does.
told you you're number one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate
twice.
you.
One.
Appreciate you.
One.
Kato's in the building as well. He has the laptop already
He
out,
is
ready for me to
14.
mess up and correct everything that I get wrong. We appreciate you, brother, as well.
14. He's 12 years old.
Yeah, he get younger every time I see him. Man. Like, matter of fact, he came in today. He was, I think I had him. I had you at 19. I think he's been 16 before. I think I called you 16
Kato was
before we
born
started.
earlier today.
Yes.
That's
We
how
shot-
young he is,
we were
man.
trying to
And
put
he's
him on,
still he's doing work.
He's still
Man.
putting in that work, man. I think Jay
The
was
coldest newborn ever.
coldest
Yeah.
newborn ever. Jay Moore was putting him on game. What, 2 Live Crew? Is that what that was? We tried to
Yeah,
put him on game.
because a lot of times all the 30th anniversaries of albums.
Yeah.
The one that they did not bring up this year, and I'm guarantee you no one will, is 2 Live Crew's "Nasty as They Want to Be" came out 30
That's
years ago.
unfortunate.
And honestly, without that album, whatever you think about artistically,
Yeah.
and all the court cases that Luke had to go through,
Yeah.
if he'd have lost and he wasn't willing to put up that fight, censorship would have been in another place. The way they
That's a
place, hip hop music in the stores would have been in another place. So honestly, everybody in the game owes a little something to Luther Campbell,
That's
aka
right.
Luke.
I completely agree. with
Anybody that says Luke is
Dope
not,
album cover.
man, anybody that says Luke is not
Yes.
like a pioneer,
Well, it's
like,
not just a bunch of ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very well done. Tastefully done, I should
Tastefully done. man.
Everybody's shaking their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
exactly
what it was.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. Let's jump into this first topic because we still got to finish our list. So I want to get a couple things out the way. All right, so Lil Nas X is still around. He passed Eminem for the longest running #1 hip hop single of all time on the Billboard Top 100. Broke M's record, and that's crazy to me. But shout out to Metronome. He was telling me, he got him pegged as a one-hit wonder, and it's a rap. I said, okay, that might be the case, but whatever's happening right now is definitely working because to
good
beat
for him.
M, to beat M, that's big. You know what I'm saying? So salute to that young fella. The music might not necessarily
Kudos.
be for me, but
I mean, everybody rocking
he
with the
doing what he
singles.
do.
It's cool. I mean, he got a couple tracks on the album that's all right. That'll go.
I heard one. Well, it's all over the place, but I heard one or two where I was like, okay.
The Nicki Minaj track.
You mean Cardi B?
Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B. That's what I
Rodeo,
meant.
I think. Well,
Yeah,
is
it's
it
called Rodeo.
Yeah.
That was cool. I get it. I mean, he can wear his hat on that one. You know what I'm saying? But there was something on IG with him performing one of the other joints, and he got rid of the cowboy suit and boots and everything, just had on some regular gear. So it's translating, man. It's carrying over. So he out here getting it. Did y'all see that he actually was on IG and quote unquote came out? Boosie got at him though. Did y'all see that?
Boosie, I missed that part.
Right now.
Boosie was in the comments, and Boosie is getting dragged on Twitter, like as we speak for this comment. So Lil Nas explains one of the records on there was basically about him saying that he wanted to come out, and Boosie put in the comments, well, now you know what he was riding on the Old Town Road.
Wow.
And he had an emoji, like the eggplant emoji. I'm like, yo, did Boosie really just do this? They dragging him online right now. So I don't know, man. Bupac is out here, making some. That's a tough choice.
I didn't see it. It's not very funny.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, if you're going to go there, at least
be
make
funny.
sure the joke is funny. I think that's where a lot of
dragging him though, but they dragging him though. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
That's the point.
It was low hanging fruit. It wasn't a particularly funny joke. And
Yeah, that was easy.
that
That wasn't
plus,
funny at all.
And when you're talking about, it's people are like, well, he's a one-hit wonder potentially, but if your one hit is certified diamond, which is also something that happened this week,
He's going
Fact.
for
like
life.
Fact. Say what you want.
that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
In this space anymore, people have such a short attention span.
Yep.
For music, and I guess with the whole the thing is 2019 when people do decide they want to come out, and it's like, look, man, we don't. And the way he did it was like, hey, man, I'm gay. All right, man, we don't need a press conference. Good to know. But the thing is, this was my issue with some of the people in the pride community, because I get the letters wrong, and I don't want to come off as disrespectful if I get the letters wrong. So I'll say the pride community is that now they want to make Old Town Road this wildly gay anthem that has this double entendre sexual innuendos.
Nah.
And my thing is like, look, man, he said even after all this, it's a song about a horse.
God
At
damn
what
it.
point in the ceremony will we hear
the
Old Town
Road.
Road?
Will there be any gay hymns?
Right.
And so it's like, because I
Sorry,
remember
that's from a Key and Peele.
Yeah. That's
a bar right there. That's a
but
bar right there.
the thing is, like, this Lil Nas X, he seems like
He seemed like a cool
genuine
kid, man.
individual.
Like-
And I remember there was a video of when he went and surprised. It looked like some first or second graders. And
Man, that
sang
whole school knew that song.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about all of them.
And I just don't believe he would go in there singing a song about gay sex to a bunch of kids and then come out as I don't think he's that kind of guy. I don't know him,
Lone
but
and
I just think that's when sometimes the pride community they want to get behind somebody. Oh gosh, this goes so far with that.
See?
But
Don't
it's
be on your head. You gotta
Yeah.
Your head
tread
now.
lightly.
Be
no,
careful.
exactly. What I'm trying to say is when they support an individual within their community, like they try to make everything
Seriously.
they do some sort of statement on
their community. And like it was speaking of Key and Peele, there's another really funny thing they did where it's like there were two coworkers and they were, at the end of the skit they realized one of them was also gay, and he's like, oh, maybe it's that guy wasn't homophobic, I'm just an asshole. And sometimes it comes down to that. It's like, look, you don't have to make everything about your particular agenda. Like, this is a song that little kids like. It's about horses. Don't try to make it about any more than that.
I was over my best friend's crib, and he has Bluetooth, speaker out. We was kicking and having a good time in the garage. And his daughters come out. That's the first song they asked for. Uncle Mike, play Lil Nas. I'm like, yo, this is different. Like, it just is what it is.
I told you that last week, though.
You did, but what I'm saying was, it was me experiencing that, like, drove the point home for me. Like, yo, this is a huge record.
Right. As soon as I saw him perform in like a gymnasium with a bunch of like 7 and 8 year olds, I was like, wow. Yeah. And they were singing the entire song.
The entire record.
He had to
Jumping up
stop
and down.
singing it.
Dude, it's gonna
because
be
they were
movies.
singing so loud.
He started laughing.
Commercials. It's
because he
gonna
couldn't
be in-
believe
Yeah.
it.
To Spoolz' point.
If he wants to sell it like that, if I was him, I would hold on to it a little more before I start.
Yeah. I mean, at some
commercializing it for
point.
that. Yeah,
Oh, it's already
definitely.
been used
Yeah.
in the movie trailer for the
See?
next Rambo movie.
That's
well,
a bag,
movie
though.
trailer is different.
But that's still
all-
a bag,
it's
though.
a publishing
Yeah.
check.
That's a bag.
But he can also do it now. It can just kind of go under for a bit and pop back
Yep.
up. It's
Yep.
that popular
That's-
of a song.
Definitely. I think
It's here.
Why can't you just be happy for people too? I mean, not like anybody here, but like it's okay. Like he's just a young dude who made a popular song
And it's doing well for
and
him.
it's doing well and he's gay. Like who
I don't
gives a
understand
shit, man?
why-
Like, just be happy for this dude. Like great for him.
We're not comparing him to
Yeah.
MF
Rock
Doom.
him.
It doesn't
Like
have to
that.
be.
Yeah.
No, just like that. He's
I don't understand why. I know you said there wasn't a big
Justin Bieber's
to
an
be.
asshole. You know what I mean? Like this kid hasn't done shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm
People
sorry to
know that.
interrupt
Thanks,
you. Like,
appreciate
but
it.
I apologize.
That's funny.
But I don't understand why it had to be a big to be about him coming out as gay, and it was the day of last day of Pride or Pride Month or whatever. At the end of the day, who really gives a fuck, man?
Well, that's just the thing. Most people don't. Like, it doesn't make the
But
song.
they make it into something.
Yeah,
though.
it
That's
didn't
what I'm
really
That's what I'm
saying.
saying
So
about,
they
like,
do.
sometimes we're not homophobic. You're just being an asshole.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Because it's always about something, man. It's like, why can't it just go? Even like, what's her name, Lizzo?
Yeah.
Like, how did she end up being the face of?
The gay,
I'm not sure.
the new gay icon.
I'm not sure.
Like someone posted, on Instagram is like, man, black people, we need to get behind Lizzo before the gays get a hold of her. I'm like, man, it's way too late.
It's late. She calls her followers lesbians now.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Wordplay.
On a
That's
scale
wordplay.
of on a scale of 1 to 10, Terry was about a 4 or 5 in anger at me for interrupting.
I mean, because it was a deliberate interruption.
It was.
Like I was into it, and he,
Yo.
oh, Chance the Rapper.
I didn't say Chance the
God damn.
I was making a point, but I apologize.
It's all good.
All right, man.
No, but just one last thing. One of the things I think people will neglect when you see the popularity of this song is think about it's probably the only 100% just clean rap song that's been released and been a hit in years. And at its core, hip hop is about, even though it's this thing that we all enjoy, hip hop is about young people, man. Think about when all of us really got into hip hop. We were kids.
Facts.
And so
It's a young
maybe
man's game.
maybe what it is that we liked, there's some stuff that I liked when I was a kid, like that, isn't something I like as an adult. But once again, I was a kid. And the thing
Debbie
is,
Gibson.
Wow.
I don't know. Electric Youth was all right. You know what I'm saying? But, and those things carry on. And so, like, you have to remember, like, here's a song that you can actually, you don't have to make a Gibbs Bop version of it. It's already just a clean, happy song. And that's the appeal of it. And the fact that it's a little country, it's a little hip hop. And
at the end of the day, the kid is
it's
successful.
what works.
He doing what he do. Seems like a good kid. Do what you do, kid. Have fun.
If
Enjoy
it's
your
one
life.
hit, that's one more hit than I have.
All right, so let's go to this next. Right, and to close on that, somebody that was also in the comments as they were getting that Boosie, they trolled him talking about, you need to worry about your own music because you was online complaining about people not buying your album, and I was like,
Don't even
well
want to spend
played.
$9.35.
Yeah, so that was well played. Whoever said that, right? All right, so check this one out. I saw this as well. Chaka Khan was being interviewed.
Chaka Khan.
I like that. I don't know what that was.
That wasn't part of it at all.
Not at all. I ain't got nothing to do with that. What is that, man? A vulture or something, man? I don't know. What you do?
It's Khan.
Okay. She was being interviewed. I don't know what the platform was, but she was talking about Through the Wire and how Kanye called her and I was like, "Oh, you such an inspirational person. I sampled your record, and I'm really excited about it. I hope you love it." And she talked about how that really tugged on her heart, and she was just like, "Hey, glad you coming out your accident okay, and I can't wait to hear it. It's great." So it turns out that she said it ended up being what she called stupid. She said it was a little insulting, not insulting. I thought it was stupid. If I'd have known he was going to do that, I would have said hell no. That's what she said to the sample. So I posted that just to crowdsource and see what people's opinions will be on that. And I saw a lot of people getting mad at her because she was mad at how someone else used her record. To me, that's ridiculous because she has every right to be like, "Yo, I don't like the way you flipped it. That shit was whack." I don't find a problem with that. To that, you say what, Lone?
No, she's right. She has she owns the material. It's hers.
Yeah, it's hers.
It's hers, And so that's just the game you play when you sample somebody, People can come out and not like it. Maybe you don't represent what they're trying to put out into the world.
Yep.
I remember a long time ago I did a mixtape 2008 or 9 where I reached out to a bunch of producers and I just hit them up with songs that I had done. I was like, "Hey, I want to put this out. What do you think about this?" And I remember one dude hit me back. He goes by After One, real dope producer. And he was like, "Man, it's cool, man, but it's just I'm kind of going in a different direction." I was like, "All right, cool. I get it."
Yep.
That's what it is. Sometimes people want their art to stand for something differently. And that's why certain artists, as producers, you don't sample anyways.
Yeah.
So
I'm with that.
You
but
with
I'm gonna play devil's advocate on that one.
Okay.
Based off, did she get paid for the sample?
Of course she did. She says she ate very well off of it.
Well, she can feel that way about it.
She can.
But I mean, if she ate very well off of it, I don't think Chaka Khan was doing anything at the time but collecting royalty checks. So he pretty much gave her another royalty check to collect.
Okay.
Chaka
But
Khan
I can
put an
kind of
album out around
Did she?
that.
I'd have. Hey, Kato, can you look up her discography and see
her
if she put anything
discography.
out?
But she did. I mean, she was, and I wonder. I can't help but wonder if this is like a ploy. Like, I wonder if Chaka Khan's about to put an album out.
Hey,
You know
this
what I mean?
era
Part of the
like,
rollout.
How long
I
ago
don't know.
did Through the Wire come out?
That
It's
was
2002,
2002? 4?
Four.
03,
Yeah.
04?
That's
Yeah,
really old.
somewhere
So-
in there.
So to your point, you're right. It's just like her opinion at this point. But again, she ate well, and she gave her blessing on him using it.
Yeah.
I think she was mad because he sped up her voice or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can understand somebody being feeling a certain type of way of how you use their music. But if you know that I'm sampling it,
Right.
whatever I do with it, that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
And I'm
But the flip side to that is think about Beyonce with Frankie Beverly, right? I don't think she actually re-sang the song, so with the band and everything in the back.
You know what? And that was actually at a concert. So you know how artists at concerts, they'll sing another artist's song.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how that came about as far as her actually putting the song out with the Homecoming Project.
Yeah.
And having to get his blessing on it because it's a single now.
It is. I hear it all the time on whenever I listen to the radio. I'm sure he cool with that. Like she did a damn good job. Okay, what's
Just
the
real
verdict?
quick, she did put an album out this year in February. So that's,
Okay, well,
Oh, well.
yeah.
shout
It's
out
her
to
first new material since 2007's Funk This.
So that she released an album 3-4 years after
after that.
And thank you, Kato.
The Wire came out.
Well, the thing is, once again, she did cash the check.
She did.
And if she didn't want to, she could ask, because this is what a lot of artists do. They want to hear the song before they sign off on it.
They do.
That's what Stevie Wonder does. Like, because the original version of Me and My Bitch off of Ready to Die has a Minnie Riperton sample for a song that was written by Stevie Wonder. He heard the content and was like, no. Like, the only way you'll even hear that version of the song is if you had the original Big Mac promo cassette.
Is that on the one that just came out?
No, it is not.
Wow.
No, it is not. But the thing is, Stevie's not one of those people that just turns down all hip hop requests.
That's true.
You know, he's let plenty of people sample his music. He just has to hear the content.
He's even appeared on people's music.
Busta
He
Rhymes.
was on
You
Busta
know.
Rhymes album.
Busta Rhymes.
and then
Even
you
here
have-
lately, he's on Travis Scott's project.
Yeah.
You know, but
Which I've been told is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but with
Stevie's still cold.
That's not the Give the Drummer Some one, is it?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
That one was really dope.
But then you have someone like Aretha Franklin, who you can clear a sample, but you know, at least when she was alive, if there was cursing in it, the curses either had to be removed or flipped. So you know, Miss Fat Booty, like there was only one curse wrong song. But you know, I remember when I got the Black on Both Sides album,
Great album.
I was like, what? Wait a minute, why is this edited?
Yeah.
You know, because of course I go right to that song, but that's the only song that's edited. You might have got the 12-inch that has it with you know, there's one F-bomb on there.
Yeah.
But to clear that sample and get the permission from Aretha Franklin's, you know, the people who handle her publishing and anything dealing with her songwriting, you had to make sure there couldn't be any cursing in the songs.
Yeah.
That's why School on the Kanye West album, School Spirit,
Spirit.
you're like, why are all these flips on this?
Yeah.
It's because it's Aretha Franklin doesn't. You can't release some when she was alive. I don't know. The rules are probably different now, but you couldn't release anything with an Aretha. She would clear the sample, but no cussing.
I think that's dope that an artist wants to be that invested in someone using that they actually want to hear
I
what the
agree.
finished product sounds like.
Yeah,
It's my understanding Kanye has also kind of done something similar with another artist or potentially other artists. I can't remember the one off the top of my head, but like gone to them and basically said, yes, I really would like to use this song or this sample. Dude, I want to say it was somebody like Phil Collins. It was somebody, I can't remember. It wasn't Phil Collins, but it was someone like random like that. But he's done that before, which I think is cool. You know what I mean?
that he does it personally as
Yes.
opposed to just going through the publishing company and the lawyers. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Somebody wasn't going to let him use one once, and then he wrote a letter to him about it, and they ended up saying, okay. Song about his dad? I don't know Kanye's
You wrote a song
discography
about
like
Donald
that.
Trump.
Was there something?
Wow.
No, okay.
No.
Red,
Kanye-
Red August didn't
I'll
catch
see
that.
Oh, dang.
Red August didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red August didn't catch
Okay.
that.
Anyways, so whatever song he wrote that had to do with his father, he used a sample that.
Oh, was it the Champion
It might be that.
with Steely Dan?
Yes, that was it.
Steely
That's
Dan.
it.
Yeah,
It was
because
Steely
remember
Dan.
Steely Dan got real tight at Lord Tariq and Peter Gunn, but they
Yeah.
released the song. It blew up and
What for Uptown
Yeah.
baby?
yeah,
Black-
but you know
what's it
they
called?
tried
Black
to clear
Cow?
it. They tried to clear it. They
It's
tried to
Steely
clear the
Dan?
sample for Black Cow after the song was like gold.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna need them monies.
yeah, and so basically
I need that
they
bread.
got songwriting credit for that, and Lord Tariq and Peter Gunn see no money from that.
I mean, Daft Punk
Ouch.
rock with him on what he sample for them? Huge
Bigger, faster,
Stronger. Yeah, they rock with him. Like, I guess he went about it the right way because Kanye he's got some joints, got some heavy samples on it. So
Oh yeah.
Well, that's why he's usually about six figures in the red for all of his projects because all the
well, you know,
samples.
for
That's
the
art, though.
for the culture, for the culture. All right, so let's shout out to. I don't know what that was.
Oh, ghetto hymns.
Yeah, Lone over here, Mississippi
Doing
Mass
he's over
Choir
here
out
doing
here.
devotionals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
But,
know this.
Shout out to bringingdowntheband.com as always, Printfinity, as well as Indie CD and Vinyl. Shout out to Dr. Coleman for Coleman Dental. What's the number, Lone?
Oh man, 317-255-8546. I think.
Sounds right.
We'll take that.
Find out soon enough.
Yeah, right.
People are
Shout
like,
out
I
to
don't do anything with teeth.
shout out to No Bad Ideas
This
as
is my
well.
name, Martha.
They continue to lace us with exclusive product from that line. So
You
shout
can't
out to
take
them.
you anywhere, man.
Gotta
Gotta put it back, man.
I'm just saying, man. That the sticker's
Grab that,
dope on
grab
the
that,
back.
Put it bike,
that
man.
vinyl on
That's
top there if you
telling.
can.
I just want to say that's telling trait of a human being, what just happened.
What
I'll just
happened?
leave it at that. The way you put that hat
Yeah.
back there.
Put it bike. How you got it, how you left it, man.
We're gonna
Is that
actually we're gonna raffle this off. We need to raffle this off for our May patrons. It's a People Under the Stairs record.
Word.
But there's a signed poster in it too. And
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And that's their last project that they're putting out.
Yeah, I did see
that's
that this
dope.
was the last one. That's dope.
So yeah,
Not that they're not making music
There we
anymore,
go.
but
there
you
we
have
go.
this for a patron, which you can be.
I don't think
if you're
they are
not.
putting music together anymore.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Putting that album on the table upside
But
down.
we could have
But
more
it's-
patrons.
But that's
Says-
yeah.
says
that's
something
courtesy
about
of
Lon.
that's courtesy of our partner Indie CD and Vinyl. So
Yes,
Shout
we
out to
thank
them,
them
man.
very much for that.
Dope store. All right. So let's talk Bandana. Did I say it right? Bandana, that's what I say, whatever. Gibbs and Madlib drop Heat. This project is crazy to me. I ran it probably twice since it's come out. I saw Lone at the early joint. He was on I think it was IG. I saw you were playing Palmolive. I didn't know what it was
Yeah.
yet, so I didn't know what
I
that
didn't
was.
put what it was.
That shit.
But this
I
album,
knew you would like it.
You
though.
you knew 100%. When I heard that joint, I had to stop. I played it back probably about 6 times in a row to make sure I wasn't too hyped because Killer Mike sounds so good on the hook, and then Pusha T came in and did what he
That
do.
song is perfect. That's probably my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
Mine, no question. But this album is tough.
It's a good showing.
It's a very good showing. Lyrics. Freddie was in his bag. The features are dope, minimal. You know what I'm saying? It's not over the top. I love it, man. So far, so good to me. Lone, what were your takeaways from it? I think it's dope.
I just think it was another Freddie Gibbs and Madlib album. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Pinata was, I think, the most accurate word that I could use to describe Freddie and even Madlib together, and even Freddie when he just raps in general, is just he's consistent. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't really switch his style up as a rapper all that much. You know, like he switches his delivery up a little bit, but he gives you himself,
Yep.
and he raps that way. And so he gave us more of it, you know. And Madlib did what he did on his iPhone or whatever he did, and
iPad.
iPad. And it was, it was solid front to back. It was just another guy. I don't know if I like it more than Pinata or if I like it just as much, but to me, they're both really great albums.
Yeah, they're kind of like this. I've probably listened to it every day since it came out.
Too early for me to do that yet, but I see your point where you're going there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, it's all good, but like to me, it's kind of like this.
Okay.
That I don't know, just that Palmolive track though, man.
Man.
That shit's cold.
Only thing it's missing is a Killer Mike verse.
Killer Mike
I
verse.
wanted
Yeah,
a
that
Killer
was
Mike
disappointing.
verse, though.
You know what I need though? I need Madlib, Freddie Gibbs, and Run a Jewels tour.
Oh, that'd be tough.
That would be.
I'd pay to see
Pretty
that.
incredible.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd pay to
absolutely
see
go
that.
to that show.
There would be so many rap nerds there.
It would. But man, like I don't know, they just Madlib and Gibbs, they just mesh really well together on this project. They mesh very well on Pinata as well, but it's just a matter of like you said, he's staying true to himself.
Yeah.
It's consistently dope shit.
Yep.
Regardless
not
of whatever
trying to-
he used to produce the shit on, it doesn't matter.
He's
really.
not
Does
trying
not
to
matter.
do too much. He's just doing him, and what he is good.
It's real potent, man. High
Yeah.
quality product. Go ahead, Spoolz.
No, I liked it a lot too, man. I like I think it's called, like, what's it called? Main?
Half main, half cocaine.
Shit is
Speaking
dope.
of potent product, that's my joint right
That
there.
might be one of my favorites. But no, it's really good, man. It's gonna take I've listened to it a couple of times, I would say, but it'll take some more listens for it to grow on me like Pinata is. I still listen to Pinata, and that's been years. Like,
Yeah.
so I think it'll probably still be one of those types, though. Like, definitely more features, I think, than Pinata.
Oh
I would
yeah,
say.
Yeah.
Well, outside
But
of
really good ones.
the last track had like 7 features or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Sully was on that joint. Shout out to the
Sully,
homie Sully. He was
G
on that.
Wiz, Mac Miller, rest in peace.
Mhm.
The dude from Flatbush Zombies, I believe.
Yeah, you're talking about on Pinata.
It was the
Yeah.
last joint.
Scarface was on it.
Raekwon,
that is true.
Raekwon?
Yeah.
Was Raekwon on there?
I don't think
Maybe
so.
I'm tripping. He got a joint with Raekwon.
I
Maybe
think
he went on there.
realistically, if you count them, there's actually more features on Pinata because of that one song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Like
there's
Domo-
5
Domo
features on it.
Gen- Domo
Damo,
Genesis.
yeah.
Or Damo, yeah.
And and there's Casey Veggies who's on
Yep.
there.
Yep.
And there's one other dude. Who's that dude's name? He's like Flatbush Zombies or something. Beast Coast dude. But anyways,
Yeah, dude, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to continuing to listen to it. Similar to what they said, like it was about what I expected, which was great. So,
yeah, it's great when you get what you want.
people should buy it and listen to it.
Yeah,
What would you
that's
consider
they're worth
Freddie
purchase.
Gibbs though? Like, because I like hearing cats that rap like Freddie Gibbs that feature somebody like a Black Thought or a
Yasin
Yasin
Bey.
Bey. You know what I'm saying? So what would you classify him as? Mind you, he was signed to Jeezy at one point in time.
Yeah, it's hard
People
to, man.
forget
I think
about
he's
that.
really taken time to find his sound
Mhm.
because not only has he done this stuff with Madlib, but he did, Freddie, and he did Shadow of a Doubt, and he's done, the joint with Currency and what was it, Alchemist?
Yeah.
Yep. Like he seemed to have found a really, really good pocket. So I don't know what you call that, but
But
I don't know.
He found it a long time ago, though.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
isn't like he's been doing the same style for.
I don't think this stuff's the
It-
same as Babyface Killa.
No,
I don't-
it's-
or any of that.
But
The
what,
way-
what I mean by
Mixtapes.
classifying it, like I'm saying, like what kind of artist would you say he is? Like,
Just a
if you had to
dope
put him
hip-hop
in a
artist.
Just a
bucket
lyricist.
Yeah.
with like artists similar to him, like who would you say are similar to him as far
I'll
as
tell you
content
this, man.
wise?
When we get to this later, he's going to end up being on my top 100 list.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Would
Easy.
you
I don't
would you
know how-
consider him and Pusha T the same type of artist?
No,
no.
I think he's better than Pusha
Would
T.
you consider him and Killer Mike the same type of artist?
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Because the thing that makes him hard, this is my
Would you
personal
make him
view.
and Conway or him and West Side Gun or him and Benny?
No.
Nah.
No.
And the reason why is because, to me, it's hard to pigeonhole him because he did Freddie and then he can go do a project with Madlib. Everybody
Absolutely.
can't do that.
It's
Everybody
versatile.
can't do that.
Yeah.
So his versatility is what's, in my opinion, is what sets him apart from a lot of people that are rapping now that have rapped. Because at his core, he's still a hip hop dude. He always talks about the Ghetto Boys being his first tape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's a hip hop dude at his core, but he still found a way to be versatile, fluctuate through different types of sounds, but still keep that.
I mean, some
keep
of
that there.
his first albums were plays on Masterpiece shit,
See?
album covers.
Yep. So and then there's like even like Cold Day in Hell, like he had joints with Freeway on there back then. Like all those records are dope.
What
You know what I'm
that
saying?
shows me too is like having someone like Scarface or Black Thought or Yasin Bey, like he wants to be like, you don't have to pick those cats to be on
At
songs
all.
with you on your album, man.
Yeah.
That shows that you want it. It's like challenges you almost in a way. I would think as someone who wants to be a good lyricist, you know what I mean? Or you wouldn't
Kind of
have
goes back
cats
to
like
that Drake conversation about him not having Fonte and
Yeah.
Little Brother featured on anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah, but it just says a lot about him, who he picks to be on his shit with him, I think. So.
Right. I can dig it.
I can dig it.
But I don't know what kind. I mean, I don't know. I'm not good at like. He's just a dope MC. Dope
I think-
a
I
dope
tell you-
rapper / MC, whatever
He's
you want
consistent
to
and
call it.
versatile. You know what he can do really well? He can pick production really well.
Facts.
And not everybody can do that. And so he not
This is true.
only can he pick production well that Madlib fans will like, but he'll also pick stuff that he's got Alchemist over here. He's got he's got Bad Not Good over here. He's got a whole album of trap stuff.
Static Selector would probably. I mean, he's done.
He's
shit
worked with
him.
stuff. Yeah. But that's more the historical like boom bap esque producers,
He's
right?
got Major
Sample-based.
7th over here.
Oh, but hey,
Over here.
Hill Brown as well.
Yeah.
But he's a very good producer. That's a skill to me. So
That is.
Yeah.
The feature I'd like to see, this just be, I'd love to see him and Benny get together. Now I would really love to
See
hear
him
that.
and just Griselda in general.
I think
Oh,
Benny-
that'd be tough, man.
Benny might be the closest out of Griselda to him, just because I think the thing about Freddie is he's got personality,
Yeah,
and it comes out in his music because he's hilarious. He's really funny.
yeah.
So it's hard to stick him and Pusha in the same category because Pusha's not as funny as Freddie is.
We got a
Griselda's
great
not as fun.
Out of Pusha T on this song too.
But
We did.
but it's not like that.
Brought
It's
a smile to my
not. You don't
face.
get the nuance and like the funny in Gibbs as well.
Their
Yeah.
their
And
marketing,
a lot of people.
Their marketing for this whole project has been hilarious with the zebra holding up the sign and
Hey, how about Danny Brown?
That's a good one.
Mm.
That's a good one.
They both kind of started
Yeah. Around the same
ascending
time.
around the same time too.
I think he's a better rapper than Danny
I do
Brown,
too.
though.
I'm not saying
But
that. I'm
I-
just saying
I
like as
see
far
the-
as like
the
the
comparison.
pocket,
Yeah.
the pocket that we're
Pocket.
talking about. If there's all these different types of pockets or whatever.
Him and Danny are close.
That's
That's
Yeah,
good.
because we talk
Pocket, you know.
about
That's a
him
good call,
being
Spoolz.
signed to Jeezy.
Yeah,
Danny Brown was almost signed to G Unit, but just because of
Yeah.
his image, they
Yeah.
didn't sign him.
I saw an interview where he talked about that. It's pretty funny.
And Danny Brown can rap too.
Yes, he
he
can.
can't. I ain't saying he can't.
I like Danny Brown.
I ain't saying he can't.
Like his
I ain't heard
what
him in
was
a
that?
minute though.
The XXX project. That mug was ahead of his time.
It was good.
Yeah.
I echo through the cup.
You can play that right now.
That's a fact.
Still good.
Still good.
Jay Moore, finish this bandana talk so we can get to this list, bro, before we get out of here.
No, I mean it's just one of these another project. Like whenever there's still people who just want to work in hyperbole and say well, hip hop is dead whenever they see something that they don't like. They're like, oh, Lil Nas X out here with the longest running hip hop. Hip hop is dead. No,
It's
it's
over
not.
for rap.
No, it's not. You have access if you have a smartphone. You have access to basically every song that's ever been created. So you don't.
I've never streamed Old Town Road,
I don't
Yeah.
I think
Ever.
I have either.
yeah.
but I hear it enough. I don't have to.
have to.
Exactly.
I probably
Exactly.
streamed it. I don't know, 75, 80 times.
I believe that.
Thanks for
coming
that,
from
Brad.
He just leaves it on repeat when it goes.
He
to
really
sleep.
likes. I got the horses in the back
Yeah.
part.
you. In the
No.
That's my
back.
favorite
But
part.
it's just another solid rap album by people who I feel like take the craft seriously, and
Yeah.
I can appreciate the production and the craftsmanship of actual lyricism.
Yeah.
When it comes to Freddie, that's one of the big regardless of what some people may not be able to get down with the subject matter. I'm like, look, man, you gotta love the craftsmanship of the lyrics, and so that's the big takeaway for
Listen
me.
to the bars on Flat Tummy Tea. There's
Especially
some bars on there. Like he was in his bag on that. That beat
That
was
song has nothing to do with tea, by the way.
Nothing
exactly.
at all.
That's the it's just
Just
crazy,
like
man.
Giannis has nothing to do with Giannis. Just like education has nothing
nothing
to do with education. And if you watch his, he's got this video with XXL where he just
Where he
paints.
paints the joints.
He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, this song ain't about shit, but
to Spoolz' point about him with his features, though, in that same thing he talked about
like
the
just
feature
three
with-
dope MCs.
That's what he
Yeah.
said. So at his core, he still, you know what I'm saying, cares about being an MC. To me, I appreciate that. Like that's all I need. Just care about your
You
shit.
have to though when you hold Scarface as one of your influences,
Man,
you have to somewhat be in a pocket of holding some kind of lyricism or storytelling. You know what I'm saying?
You don't put Mos Def and Black Thought on the same song as you
yeah.
if you're not ready to
Serious.
challenge that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
It's
man.
easy to
Like,
get
who
smoked in that
wants to make
situation.
themselves look like a fool to
Facts.
cats like us and people like us who
Yeah.
enjoy lyricism and
Yeah.
good hip hop like that? Like no one, and he didn't disappoint on that song
No,
at all.
not at all.
Yeah.
He held his own just fine.
I like it. All right.
You want to speak on Nas's actual project
Man.
coming out real quick before
I'm
we do
so
that?
excited about Lost Tapes too.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Okay, real quick, because
Nah.
Lone hate Nas. So the production list, man. I saw Pete Rock, I saw RZA,
Pharrell.
Hit Boy, Pharrell, Swiss Beats. I'm cool. Who else did I see, man?
Was Salam Remy on there?
Probably. I'm gonna guess.
Salam Remy has been busy, man.
That's a talented dude, man.
He just dropped a project with Bodega Bams.
jazz. Is that the one he's doing? He's doing a jazz joint with somebody. I can't remember who.
Nah.
He did the one Black Thought and that came out earlier. this
Yeah.
year,
Streams of
right?
Thought
Yeah.
2, I think.
Yeah.
He also did one with Joel Ortiz.
Yep.
This is all within like the last 9 months.
Yeah,
man.
So
Dude is so
shit's good.
underappreciated, man. In my opinion, he always come up when they talk about Nas picking bad beats. That's the first name people come up with. I'm like, yeah, the dude that made you look. Good job.
no, that's not.
Dude is cold. But nah, man, I'm excited.
You know better than that.
Right. I'm excited about Lost Tapes too. I ain't gonna hold you. The snippet is crazy that I
Yeah,
heard
it
on
is, it is.
Instagram.
I just need that same energy for the whole project.
I'm giving my boy RZA one more shot. You know what I'm saying? I think he gonna take care of business.
And then what? And then what?
Yeah.
After that, I'm he's still gonna be my guy,
You just
but
done.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be upset. But I'm giving my man RZA one more shot. I'm cool on Swiss Beats, but I think RZA gonna lace him. I'm just gonna be on the record first to say RZA gonna lace
Swiss
him.
Beats might just be like on that new Rick Ross song where he just says his name on there, but it's actually produced by who produced that one? Just Blaze.
Or he can get a soliloquy that he gave on the beginning of Echo that ain't have shit to do with nothing. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Here's a project that's coming out. Unless you guys want to talk more about this, there's another one that you'd probably be interested in.
What's that?
Sky Zoo, produced by Pete Rock.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I've seen talks that
Yeah.
left me a nice swallow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phase One on these drinks. I don't know what's in them, but yeah.
Shout out to Birmingham, Alabama. I think that's where it came from.
No, it came from
guessing.
right here in the city.
But
Indy,
I'm definitely ready for Sky Zoo and Pete Rock. I'm always here for that. So, all right, man. Where did we leave off last time on our list of qualifications for?
So we have four of them.
I got the list. I wrote it down.
We have four of them that we confirmed, right?
So I had, we was going back and forth about the influence. I don't know if that made it.
Shout out to Jesse.
My man, Jesse Lee, I see you. He said I was tight. I was, man. Don't make no sense to me. Anyway, unique vocabulary, use of unique words, delivery. So that was cadence, syllables, ability to ride the beat, voice.
I wanted to add something to that one as well.
Consistency, high quality music, bar impact. That was metaphor, similes, best at what they do, and then. Did I double up? I think I doubled up, so it's only 6 because I wrote voice down again. So
I want to quickly. I was randomly sitting down. I think a rhyme scheme needs to go into the
rhyme scheme
delivery category.
All right, I'll put that on there. Rhyme
And
scheme.
even though it's already encompassed in that, I think it just gives it more of a direct qualifier to understand that a little bit more.
Okay, so with that being said,
did anybody put anything in the channel as far as
other suggestions,
things that they thought we should kind of?
I missed it if it was. I don't think I saw anything. But since we stopped there, let's continue to try to narrow down the criteria. Is there anything that since we met last week that you guys? I know you just talked about the
well, there's that one, but there's the one that we didn't finish, which was voice.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't.
Oh, that's right. We didn't get into voice that far. You're right.
And I wonder if we could take voice to even and maybe couple it with how they sound on the beats they selected, which could go into beat selection maybe. Or is that separate?
I'd separate those. I'd separate those, in my opinion.
Voice to me is just how they sound. Like, I mean, Be Legit gets a high rating in my book because his voice is dope as fuck to me. Like, he's a dope, like his voice sounds really dope on a track. Like, Be Real, people might not give him a high voice rating if you don't like Be Real. It's going to be very subjective, I feel like, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
That's the point of this.
Right.
Yes. What we think. So
I guess
I'm not mad at that.
Is voice and delivery, is that starting to get a little...
Voice has nothing to do with delivery to me at all. Because delivery is more of the structural patterns and the technicalities of what you're doing. Voice is just how you sound. I guess the reason why I said how they sound on a beat is because, and that it goes into beat selection is because Be Real could have a great voice and it could sound really good over this production. We just talked about Freddie Gibbs. But maybe it doesn't sound as good as something over this, something a little different, but that goes into that artist's selection of what they put themselves on.
I think selecting beats is so valuable. We could start you could start with that one, and then there could be tons of shit that come underneath that in terms of that criteria. So there are a lot of people that I think pick dope beats, but might not necessarily live up to the beat on the album, but the production sounds so good. It's placed well, like the sequence, everything is dope. but they may not necessarily live up to the beat, so they get carried by the production. But I still give them credit because they pick the beats.
I don't know.
Let me
I
ask you
think
this question: Is everybody always have all MCs always had the choice to pick who they want beats from?
I think they
over time.
I think they definitely choose what they want to rap on and what they don't.
I think since maybe over the last 20 years.
That's
20,
when they had a
years.
choice as far as what kind of beats they got.
I think that maybe might have been a little bit more limited back in the day.
I'm
With
sure it
certain
was
cats
based
that I
on
think, like
the instruments that they had to use.
like
and
if you were in the Juice Crew, do you think you're going to get production from anybody other than like
Marley Marl. Yeah.
nah,
I mean,
Well,
it was interesting to hear.
Yeah.
You know, and I can name most of the Juice Crew. As,
yeah,
you
but
know,
you
probably
had to
most of
have
them.
back then. You had to have money to get that equipment, and it was more tedious to make a beat than it is now. So
Agreed.
you're definitely onto something right there as far as them having to use the same producer all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a
with
record
that.
label didn't want you to use anybody but a certain producer.
Yeah.
I mean, Large Pro talked about their process. He and Nas, when he was going around, with Tip and everybody else, is like Tip was just playing a couple beats and he was like, "Yo, what's that?" You know what I'm saying? And it was like, what is that? Are you using that? And he just started getting busy. Like Large Pro was playing a couple joints. He was like, "Yo, what's that?" But I've also heard him say, "I had this batch of beats set for whoever." You know what I'm saying? And sometimes those people just jump on those. Sometimes they might, have a rebuttal and say, "Yo, I'm not feeling that one." To Spool's point, though, I do think there are certain situations where, to me, there's always been a filter system for certain artists. Like they got the A&R that go through the whack beats and just get a whole bunch of the best beats that have been submitted. Then the person comes in and they'll go through those. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many variations in terms of.
But you're still selecting.
But you're still picking them. Yeah.
what
So
you're gonna
That's
rap
true.
on.
I got to give you P's for picking them once everyone is, sifted through whatever. Go ahead,
Because
Jay Moore.
Illmatic was the first album to actually use multiple
producers like
Yeah.
that at that quality of producer too. Like
Right.
those was old. They was legends back then. I think he was gonna jump in. Go ahead, Jim.
No, I was just going to jump in about how basically until Illmatic, that formula of creating rap albums really didn't even exist. Even if you're talking about on the West Coast, Dr. Dre did it or Muggs did it. For all these groups, they had one solitary, the only group that really carried that formula forward kind of after that time was Gangstar. Or you could make a case for Cash Money in those early albums when it was all
Yeah,
Manny
No
Fresh.
Limit.
KLC. I mean, no, am I getting it confused?
Well, KLC was with No Limit. That was Beats by the Pound.
Beats by the Pound. That's right. Yeah.
But
They
then
laced them with
But
everything.
Manny Fresh was obviously Cash Money.
Money.
Yeah.
Yep.
But after that, it really became, especially on the East Coast, talking about it was production by committee. Like, okay, let's get one from the Trackmasters. Let's get one from Premiere for our B side. Then let's go ahead and you listen to Ready to Die. It's got the RZA, Puff Daddy,
Listen, it was written.
Yeah. So
man.
it's a crazy formula, and I would hate for us to kind of rappers that were before that time to kind of take points off, or maybe we need to weight that differently.
Based off the circumstances.
Perhaps. I mean, once again, these are conversations. This is why we're having this conversation, so we can kind of hedge these things out.
I'm in for beat selection. I'm in for that. You said voice. I want to make sure I get the list correct. You said what you want to add to as an add-on to voice.
I just told you it was beat selection and how they sound on.
Yeah, I'm not putting those. I don't want to put those two together.
I would say
though.
how they sound on the beat. That's what I would say.
I'll take that. But yeah, that's cool.
But to me, they're all connected to me. So.
But
I don't
beat selection
like.
is a separate
I guess
one.
the way that I'm looking at it too, as a rapper that has a voice, I don't select certain beats if my voice doesn't sound good on them.
Right.
Like that's literally the process in my head. So that goes into beat selection is related to my voice. That's the reason why I say that, and that's why it's valid to me. If y'all don't think that's what it is, that's fine. But
yeah, I agree.
Sometimes that falls back on how involved the engineer is as well, or the actual producer that's going to let you know, well, I don't think this really fits you. Why don't we kind of go this direction?
that's fine, but it still goes with the overall product. Is going to be the overall product is my point, I guess. Whether or not the artist knows that he sounds good or not, to me, is part of it. You know?
That is. Yeah.
And what's the name of that category?
So,
I mean, we can keep them separate if you all, I mean, it's 4-on-1, so that's fine. I mean, I do think that voice and how they sound on the beat should probably be one thing.
What
as
do you
it
guys
stands,
think, Kato, Mike?
They don't
You
have
guys
mics.
don't have a mic. Shit.
Well, no, you got to think about this like it's to take it to another genre. If you're singing out of tune over, the production, like you got to keep that in mind.
How so?
That might be just like you said. There are certain things you won't rap over because of the way they sound. Like if you have. Because like I said, I don't know music terminology, but like, if your voice is an A and someone gives you a C beat,
As a singer, if you can't go from a C to an A,
well, yeah, that's why I said
then you
I don't
automatically
know.
get docked.
yeah,
but
it's a
you
rap
know,
for you.
But
I mean, I
that's-
can say,
but-
obviously, if they take your vocals and remix it and fuck it up, that's one thing, right?
Yeah.
But if you sing on top of it, then
Yeah, what's in that category?
So to
though?
your point, as it stands now, it will be voice / how they sound, and then beat selection will be on its own.
beat selection is an interesting one, like because of what you guys brought up. So because of what you brought up, I think it probably could be
On a standalone.
It could be standalone because then voice is pretty much a solid category.
There
to
we
me.
go.
Yeah.
There we go. We good. We in agreement there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even so, but it's got to be that weighted to the. Here's what's going to get interesting about.
I'm going to rate them
this,
all
man.
low.
To me, like, not to be like big spoiler alert, but there's going to be people that we all name that none of us have ever really listened to that much. That's what's going to make this all really
That's true.
interesting.
That is true.
Well, that's, last week I remember just shortly bringing up the ability to perform. And there's a whole bunch of people who none of us have actually seen them perform. So that would be unfair.
So bring that. All right. So
Let's
do you
talk
think?
it.
Do you
Yeah.
think that's a topic? Do you think that's a good one?
Because after
I've been to
after
a lot of hip hop shows, man, rap shows, not just local ones either.
Me
So,
too,
like
but
I've
there-
seen a lot of people.
There are
perform.
guys who I'm like, damn,
I know
I
a lot of
love that
people have.
person as a rapper, but I haven't seen them perform enough, or maybe it was a long time ago, or I only saw them on TV, which may not have given me the most accurate depiction of their stage presence.
I don't think we can wait it.
Terry, what do you think? You go to a lot of shows. You've been to a lot of shows. Like,
As far as performance is concerned, like rating
do you
that,
think that should be a category? The ability to perform.
What
on
does that have to
stage.
do with ability to rap? I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Because the performance has always been a part of your ability
It
to stand in
goes
front
into-
and rock the crowd. Has
yeah,
always been a
if,
part
What
of
does
we're
that
talking
have to do
about
with
if we're
your
talking about the
rapping
original
ability, though?
elements of hip hop, that's definitely part. MC means move a crowd,
100%.
so that would definitely fall into it. I would say.
I just don't understand how that correlates with your rapping ability.
Some of these
And
people
it's
can
kinda
rap
like
in the
if-
studio, but they can't rap on stage.
True, and
That's why
vice
there's-
versa.
yeah, that's why there's so much of a
but
backing track.
do
And
you
it goes
also-
back to we all have to have seen them perform too.
That's why I say we can't wait it.
Yeah.
There's no way for us to
That's
really
tough.
to judge that category.
Yeah, that's tough.
Because a music video doesn't constitute a performance as far as a live performance.
Yeah, you can have a dope music video and come out and perform over your vocals at a
And-
show and be whack.
And
Yeah.
as much as I agree with it being an element of everything, I probably wouldn't vote it in.
I'm out on that.
Okay.
For me,
Yeah,
I personally would.
I'm out on
No,
that.
Let me ask you this
I
one
think it's
here.
important, but I don't think it's something we could
That's
really
what I mean.
quantify.
It'd be hard
It's
to.
dope. It's a good idea, but for this,
And nowadays,
I'm
the
out.
rappers, most of them,
Oh
don't.
my god,
Horrible performers.
they don't even
So-
care.
I've got one. I'm gonna throw one in the ring. You guys, tell me what you think. It's around content, right? And I was trying to think about the best way to kind of describe this, but I don't know if it's unique content or
It's like vocab.
Diversity of content.
diversity of content. I like that. I think that that's a good one. A diversity of content. Do you think that that should be or anything
define it.
content
How,
Based.
how would you define
diversity of content?
Yeah.
If you rap about well, I won't use actual rappers, but if you rap about the same shit over and over for in most of your albums or most of the music you've been a part of, versus if you've been able to rap on different either types of songs or rap about different subject matter itself.
I don't know.
That can hurt a lot of dope people.
Because
though.
in my opinion, here's why what I think that's going to do. It's going to make people really listen to some of these cats, man. Like,
I think
and
that's
I think
cool.
that and how does that tie into being a better MC? I think if you can rhyme about more than one thing or two things or three things, then you it shows that you are skilled and that you have put time into your craft to present something in a unique and skillful way.
So I have two things that can go with that I had just as random things I didn't know where to place. So maybe they can go into that a little bit. One of them was purpose. Like, is rapping just to rap versus rapping to rap versus just put material out?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, something like that. And the other one was topical writing and the bar cohesiveness.
I think that ties into diversity of
I
content.
feel like it could.
Yeah.
So
That one right there is going.
Say that again. The second one.
topical writing
Mm-hmm.
and bar cohesiveness. So sometimes you'll listen to a rapper and the song will be called Flat Tummy Tea,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll talk about flat tummy tea for 2 bars, but then the next bar, 2 bars after that, he's talking about cutting the grass, and the next 2 bars after that, he's talking about fucking your bitch.
Mm-hmm.
The next 2 bars. So like, is it just a song about rap shit?
Mm-hmm.
It's about
Or-
fucking your bitch.
Or which,
Mm-hmm.
so bar cohesiveness is like, how much does those 16 bars actually make sense together
Yeah.
within the topical writing that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
which could go,
Along with the content.
Some
The
of
content
these
versus
artists
somehow.
are not going to qualify for all of these categories.
It's
sure.
That's the part of it. Like, I'm as we talk about it, I'm not gonna say any artists, but I'm hearing so
but-
many people that are gonna be hurt.
Me too.
By certain
but the
things.
question is, do you feel it should be a category
right.
by which we are going to, I guess, quote,
I think so.
category or grade the artists to find?
I think there might be a place for
That's the question.
something of what we're talking about. I don't know what exactly.
Maybe we have
Yeah.
to like kind of whittle it down, but yeah, I do think
I put
we
something,
have an idea there that I think is worth figuring out.
asterisk
And
by
put
making a
something around
category.
content and what Sean said.
Yeah.
Like diversity of content / the second point he made
I put
The
an
bar
asterisk by
code.
that
around
one.
topical. Then yeah.
Bar. What'd you say? Bar
Cohesiveness.
All right. I gotta put
What
that.
about anybody else? Anybody else think of other things that?
Yeah. Easy to listen to / song and music enjoyability. Because there are a lot of people that have bars, but I can't listen to them because they're
There's a lot of people that hit a lot of that stuff, but do you
Don't.
enjoy it?
exactly.
That's true. I like that one. I like that one.
Because this, all the other things. We
Cannabis
just are,
is a great person with
is-
bars.
talking
I
about
wasn't
great.
going to say his name, but yeah, since you already said it, that's exactly.
I'm talking.
But
about
I
great.
mean, like, I don't know if I could listen to a lot of his songs. It's just what it is.
I like that one. I really like that one.
Can that go real crazy the other way?
What you mean?
People who really aren't like
Yeah, it
that
could go
you really
for
like
sure.
like listening to,
but,
but aren't
technically-
necessarily you
Yeah.
know, because I've got a few of those for sure.
So, how would we balance the two then? I guess we could just
Does that make
balance it on the
sense?
I
scale.
mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
might
There's
get
2
a
scales.
4
I guess it's
in
just
one
subjective,
and a
right?
8 on something else.
If I throw out
For
an
sure.
MC that happens to we all end up grading and you guys listen to him and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't do that for me, but he does that for me. He's gonna get a 9
Higher
or
for
10
you,
from me,
for
but
sure.
maybe a 3 or 4 from you
Right.
guys, and it's gonna be
said-
ultimately a low score.
It's essentially the ability to create a song
Yeah.
that like. And then we get into more semantics about what is a
What is
song
an
and hip
enjoyable
hop
song?
and et cetera, et cetera.
It's a rabbit hole. 'Cause
That's
is
a
there
rabbit hole.
what are the
Might just need to be.
'cause something on there is about actually enjoying or having fun with the content. Is that on there?
I don't.
Well, that's the one I had. Easy to listen to, song and musical enjoyability.
Yeah.
But I don't know if.
What do you
that's-
think of that, Terry?
Can you read the ones that we have so far, please?
Let's go
So
through our
as,
list.
as I have it, it's influenced. You said on peers is the part Lone put in.
Influence on peers.
On peers, unique vocabulary, use of unique words, delivery, which
Hold on.
That
So,
one could maybe be.
Is that all the same thing?
all one.
Can you like say what it is and then
So-
so it doesn't run together?
So number
I mean-
one is influence
Number
on
one
peers.
is influence on peers. Number 2 is unique vocabulary, use of unique words.
all right.
Number 3 is delivery, cadence, syllables, ability to ride the beat, rhyme scheme. That's 3. Voice is voice / how they sound on the record.
Number 4.
Number 4. Number 5 is consistency, high quality music. Number 6, I have bar impact, metaphors, similes, directness, best at what they do. All right, you follow me?
Oh, that's in the same category?
Oh, that's in the same category.
Best of what they do.
Yep. And if I flip it over, we had the newer one, which was beat selection. And then this is where it was, I put an asterisk by this one, the diversity of content, bar cohesiveness. I circled both of those together because those were kind of ones that we were in the same, cut from the same cloth on. And then Lone's last one was easy to listen to, and I didn't get the second part. It was
song enjoyability.
Song enjoyability. Okay. So that's where we at.
How many categories is that? Like 8?
I got 9, I believe.
8? Is that 9?
Yeah, I think it's 9. Because that one has an asterisk on it, so we'll call it 9.
Well, I know we're getting close to the end. Maybe we just...
Well, is there anything that we're missing? I mean, is there any part of... I mean, obviously, I think the wild card was live performance. That's a wild card, which is actually a great one. I just don't think we can quantify it.
Yeah.
And I think it falls
because
limited.
like some of these,
it falls
a lot
into
of these artists, we haven't sit and broke down everything that they've done as well. So if we say we can't really quantify them being performance based, you can't qualify them being as.
It's easy to look their music up. It's not as easy to find a live performance on YouTube.
That's a great point.
That's what makes it tough.
But I'm not about to go back and listen to all these cats' catalogs.
No.
And that's going to make it tough for you. I mean, you don't have to listen to their catalogs.
No, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy.
I think we should do some sort of something like that, though.
Yes.
We absolutely should.
Okay.
I don't know. I think maybe we should have something where if we are nominating somebody, then and nobody else has something, maybe we have to present X amount of songs to listen to or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
We
I'm
can
cool
figure
with
that
that.
out. But I
So
don't
we're
know.
getting close. This is...
Nothing else?
I can't think of
I don't have
anything
anything right
at the
now.
moment. I'll be honest. Yeah, I can't think of anything at the moment.
I'm going to check 𝐀𝐿 record when I get home and make sure we didn't miss anything. So, yeah. Do you guys remember the grading scale? that he did for
in his
everybody?
book.
Yeah. He ranked himself the highest.
He did, oddly enough.
As he should. As he should. As he should.
All right.
All right. So is there anything else that we missing here? We wrap it up here?
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for episode 140 of the New Old Heads podcast. Make sure you check us out, patreon.com/New Old Heads. Those that bring down the band, YouTube, and hit the bell, subscribe. For the entire crew, I am Major 7, and we will see you next week. Peace.
Coming in at 101, Redhead Kingpin.